Hey guys, Rob here again. Today we're going to do something slightly the same, but a wee bit different. Joining me today on camera, Malcolm. Hey everyone, this is my brother Mel. He's usually behind the camera, but today he's going to join me in front for a game of G.A.P. Now, what you might ask is G.A.P? Well, it's going to be our variation on a game of bike. So one person's going to set a trick, in this case it'll be a G.A.P, and then the other person has to get that G.A.P. Does that make sense, Mel?
Makes sense to me.
Makes sense, right. So the rules of today's game of G.A.P, a slight hybrid of a few different people's styles of games we've seen around the internet. So we're going to do 1 to set, 2 to get. We're just going to play 3 letters for G.A.P, and on the last letter P, it's going to be 3 tries. So your regular 2 plus a special last letter try. So, without further ado, are you ready, Mel?
I'm ready.
We'll do a rock off to see who's going to set first. I'm going to pick scissors. Ready? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, shoot on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He didn't fall for my trick, so Malcolm's going to set first. So we'll head on up, we'll find Malcolm's G.A.P, and we'll join you back when we get there. Okay, we're here at G.A.P number 1. So let's head over to Malcolm, see what he's found. Right, what do you got, Mel?
Alright guys, we're down here. We're on Spurious. We've got just a good sized step down here. It's probably, what is that, 7 or 8 feet wide in the old Queen's English.
Yeah, it looks good.
Goes down a few feet from takeoff to landing. So we'll roll into it, give it a good sand and see who makes it.
Alright Mel, seeing as this is your G.A.P, it's your turn to set, so head on up and let's see how you get on. Dropping! Ah! Could have jumped 2 of those. Right, well that was pretty good, Mel. So
Felt big, so alright Rob,
right.
Your turn.
Here's the camera.
Can you get the G.A.P?
Let's find out.
While Rob sets him up, I'll get out of the way. Alright, didn't have to work too hard for this G.A.P, for the first one of the night. Just a nice straight takeoff and a nice smooth landing. Well, Rob made the G.A.P, made it look pretty easy. 1-all. Or is it 0-all? We both made it, nobody lost. So how was that, Rob?
That was good, nice warm up. So my turn to set now. So I think seeing as we're here, I'm going to call out the wee step down route G.A.P on Cooper's Creek. So let's head on over and we'll check that out. Okay, for my set, we're on Cooper's Creek, down near the bottom. So this G.A.P isn't quite as big as the one over on Spurious, but it's not quite as easy because the landing is a lot more level than the takeoff. There's not a big lip, so you do have to give it a bit of a pull, but it's not massive. But you don't want to case that route. That'd be a dinger. So, right, I'll head up, hit this thing.
I'm going to go down here, and do you think we need to put the lawyer on speed dial? Will we have a case for him to settle? You'll find out in just a moment. Alright, Rob is dropping in.
Whoa! Landed a wee bit Right, we've got the case cam set up. Alright Mel, are you ready? I'm ready. Dropping. Oh, I think that was I don't think there's any need for the case cam, but just in case, let's run that footage. How'd you feel about that, Mel?
straight over. That one felt really good.
Alright.
Let's make our way to the next one.
Alright, what is the next one now?
That's a good question.
It is a good question, that's why I asked it.
I think from here, we'll come back, we'll re-hit that gap, and we'll go for the mini road gap.
The mini road gap step up. Alright. So this, not big, there's literally no takeoff. So you got to do some pulling. And then you, just a little road gap, like, what are we, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet to clear it. So nothing big.
Nothing big.
Right, Mel, what's your set?
It's not the size that matters.
It's not the size.
Okay, you hit it.
Alright, get in there. Well, I think that was successful. Maybe about here. But we better review the footage on that one.
Review the footage. I wasn't clipped in.
You weren't clipped in.
I wasn't clipped in to start with. Put me off.
Alright, well, we'll
and that's a thorny landing.
I'm definitely confident that you landed about there. So, right, now it's my turn.
They made me bleed my own blood. Always wear protection. Don't do things that are outside your own ability. But have fun. Here comes Rob for the same gap. Don't go in the bushes. Drop it in.
Oh, no speed! Oh, I made it!
Ooh. He didn't go in the bushes. Well, that's a good thing. A good hop to make the gap.
That was all technique. I faffed up the step down. Luckily not on the ladder game. But I'm still pretty confident that I made that gap. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we can review the footage, but I think it looked pretty good.
I think I just got that massive back wheel suck. Cool. Alright. Well, that was your gap. So that must mean the next go is my gap. Let's head on up to Rickrolled, and there's a little gap up there that we can do. Alright, see you up there, team. Alright, we're here for gap number... What gap is this? Wait, it was my gap, your gap, my gap. No, I went your gap. So your gap, my gap, your gap, my gap. Gap number 4, that makes sense.
There you go, Rob, well done.
Right, gap number 4, we're on Rickrolled. We're not getting run over, so that's good. So, it's about 8, 9 of my shoe feet. So that's accurate. So we're going to take off from here. Not much of a lip, it's more of a pump bump. But that's okay, it's a lip right now. We're going to land down here. We have to clear this route. That's all. Nice and simple. No one's going to die, so I'm going to go send it. I'll be back.
Get right down with nature. Oh, he's dropping in and hopefully he's not dropping on me. Felt kind of close.
I don't know how I felt about that. What do you reckon?
Well, yeah, I don't know if I really should have been lying here, but I'm still alive.
Did I clear that?
I believe you did clear it.
Alright, let's call that a clear. Alright, Mel, well, that must be your turn then.
Giddy up.
While we're waiting for Malcolm, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video. Nobody. Not Nord, not Shadow Raid Legends, not even Squarespace. None of those guys. They don't support me. I need you guys to support me. If you're watching, hit like, hit subscribe. Let's see where we can go. Righto, Mel. Now I've done a plea for subscribers. You can do the gap. Oh ho ho! That definitely wasn't without doubt. I think I have to call Sketchy Redo on that.
Sketchy Redo?
Sketchy Redo. I think I saw some root touching there.
There's a bit of tweaking going on.
I think I don't know. No, I think I need to send you up and try that again.
We're going to stop fiddling too soon.
Yeah, you need to give it some more beans. Right, let's get the camera in. real close. Oh, that's better. That was over with miles of space. See, don't you feel better at yourself for trying that again and doing that properly?
Much better.
Much better.
Way better.
Right, well, now that we've done that, gap 5, what's your gap?
Well, seeing as we're on Rickroll, we're going to make our way down Rickroll. We've got a nice sweet step down.
Ooh.
You may have seen it in a previous video, but now it's Rob's turn to see if he can make that gap.
I've never hit that gap before, so this will be legitimately interesting. So let's head down and let's check this fella out.
Let's do it.
Alright.
Giddy up.
Right, gap number, what did we decide? 5.
1, 2, 4, 5.
Cinco. Right, what do we got, Mel?
What we have here is a bit of a step down.
Yeah.
Not huge,
Nah.
but it is good size.
It is good size.
So, if I squat in the middle of it, I could just about touch it from end to end.
Okay.
So that's all right.
That's all good.
A little bit of height difference. That has been talked about previous video when we did Rickrolled. Well, nothing else to do except go back to my bike, which is way up there.
All right, get it.
A good run up.
Yeah.
Get some good speed. Smooth transitions. And we'll be through.
All right, let's see it.
I'll be back.
From there to here. All right, we'll see you in a minute.
Right.
Here he comes. You can't see him, but he's coming. Trust me. Oh, yes, he got it. He got it. You know what that means? It means now I have to get it. I have legitimately never done this gap before, so this is going to be a first time. So Mel's going to come back, take the camera, I'm going to head up, and you'll see me back here in a minute.
Alright team, that was smooth. Got all over, felt super nice. Rob's just getting himself set up, way back up the track, and we're going to see if he can make it. I think he should be able to. Maybe not the first go, but definitely on the second go. Okay, here he comes. Let's get ready. Let's do it! Well, he was a little bit short, but that's okay, because he hasn't done this gap before. On the first go, it's a little intimidating.
I don't think that was it.
You roll it a few times, and you'll get there. So, Rob,
Yeah.
you were a little bit short,
Yeah.
but you were still smooth in your speed coming in, and
I've legit never hit that before, so that was actually a wee bit intimidating. I've always done the rock roll, because the rock roll and Rick roll is sick, but let's give it one more go, and if not, then that'll be a G first letter of the game, so I'll be back.
okay, attempt number 2 coming up. What happened is he came off. It was nice. It was nice, but only made it to about there, which was a smooth landing, but not on the downslope. Let's wish him luck. Here he comes. Let's get out of the way. Drop it in. It sounded pretty good. I was looking at the camera, so I couldn't get a good look at where it actually landed. It did sound good. Let's see how it felt.
Right, what did the judges think about that?
Well, based on sound,
Well, it's your set, so you can decide whether you thought that was it or not. You were watching.
it sounded good. I'm going to give it to you.
It felt good.
I'm going to be a G
Alright,
and not give you the G.
alright. This game might go on for a while. We might run out of time. We might put it on hold and come back for part 2. We'll see. Right, that means it's my set. But for my next set, there's a nice little root hop at the top of lower dev, so we'll go up and we'll check that out. Up the hill. Right, so my next gap, we're up here on lower deviation. It's not a biggie, but it's not super easy either. So we're going to jump off this route here and just clean this whole mess of roots. And let's put the stick down, and we need to clear the stick. So that's the marker. So we'll come in here off a really short run up, zoom along off here. Not jumping, not going over the roots like you would ordinarily. We're going to gap this root mess, and we have to clear that stick. It's going to be very, very obvious if we miss it. So I'll give the camera to Mel.
And let's get sticky.
Let's get sticky.
Lurking in the needles, I found another stick. I'm going to put this also on the track, so we'll also know if he doesn't bump off the front root properly. Let's see how he goes.
Alright, so we're starting on the cattle stop.
Start from the kettle stop. Boost it on in. Ryder, are you ready? He's apparently ready. Here he goes.
How's this stick? Stick looks good.
The stick stayed stuck.
Alright.
Good job, Rob.
Alright, Mel.
Made the gap.
I did. Right, your turn. Go get it. Hey, that's a good start. Right, go. And the stick is good. Right, Mel, you made that look so easy. What's next?
Well, after that one.
Yes, that's the question.
And it probably needs an answer.
Yes.
Which I will give you. An answer to your question.
Yes.
Which was, what is next?
Yes, that was the question that I asked.
Okay, now the answer is going to be...
Yes.
Seems we're getting a bit rooty.
Yes.
Should we try the next set of roots just there?
Oh.
Are you saucy enough for that? Are we saucy?
What are you proposing? Are you saying that we should jump off this and then go and try and clear this? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm trying to say that as my answer to your previous question. Which...
Okay, I think that's acceptable. I accept that challenge. And seeing as you proposed it, you need to set it. And remember, 1 to set, 2 to get. So you've only got 1 chance.
Oh dear.
Yes, right, go.
Giddy up.
Alright, are you ready for this big monster gap you've called out?
Maybe.
Maybe, alright, well, go. I'll come down here. Don't crash into me. Let's get it. Oh, that was a monster case. No. We're not calling that. But
I want to have another go, and instead of jumping the first roots...
Well, I'm going to have a go first because I want to call that set.
Oh, alright then. Alright, I'll let you have a go.
I think what we're going to do, guys, is it's getting a bit late. We haven't really been able to stump each other. So I think what we'll do is we'll make this the last gap for this video. And then in the next part, we'll come back for Quarry Gaps, Gamer Gap, part 2. So, let me go and see what I can do on it. You were close, Mel.
It felt close, but I'm pretty sure I knobbed it.
On it. You weren't behind it, you were on it. So very close. So
I definitely lost some speed hopping the first roots.
I'm going to take my
Yeah, take that off. I reckon pedal it through the smooth bit.
So jump it, a few pedals and then a pull.
And then a pull, a big. I'll stay up high, I think. Take the high ground. Obi, what kind of a run up is that? That's the super run up. Like a freight train. Ooh. 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 I think he made it. I really think he made it.
What say you, man, on the ground?
I'm pretty sure you made it.
Cool.
Which means I need the super run up.
The super run up's allowed. I only called cattle stop on that gap. You should have thought of this.
Go!
This counts for a letter. If you don't get this, that's a letter. If you do to get it, that's a brutal victory, and we'll call it a draw.
Alright, I'll allow that.
Wow, for today. Right, get up there.
You hit it and you landed like up in.
Really think about sucking the back wheel up. Use them cleats. Come on, Milky! Kick the cranks like I told you! Right, here he comes, the mega run up. He's steaming! He's steaming! Let's look at the gap! Oh, he's got it! Right, how do you feel about that?
I feel good.
That is good.
Felt good. Much more speed. Big pull.
Sucked that back wheel up.
Sucked it and
Landed
got it.
perfectly backside. That's quite a good gap, guys. We're taking off from here. Let's give it some Rob shoe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So about similar size to most of the gaps we've been doing. But there's not much to work with. We're bumping off a route, pulling it and clearing that. So I think that'll do for today, Mel.
Definitely. The bump, pull, suck, stick was good. Right, Rob, let's wrap it up.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us in this game of G.A.P, guys. We couldn't round it out because we were too even. So what we'll do, stick around. Part 2 coming up in the next few weeks. So if you've enjoyed this, hit that like button. If you want to get a reminder for when part 2 comes out and any of the other videos we make, hit that subscribe button. Be super cliche, turn the bell on. And until next time, guys, ride on.